All right, ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you aboard the Wednesday edition of the Steve Malzberg Show. We are live from our New York City studios. We'll be taking your calls later on at 877-NEWSMAX, 877-639-7629. A big day for Donald Trump because he kept a promise, and he gave conservatives and people who were curious that list of Supreme Court nominees that he may indeed nominate if he's president of the United States. Let's put up the list. We have all the people there. It's too long for me to read through the names. I will say this. There's 11 people. There's 3 women. They're all young. From everybody I've talked to, they're all truly conservative. They're also, many of them on the state level, which is kind of unique. They're not sitting on federal benches for the most part. And one is the wife of a talk show host from Colorado who I believe was a Never Trump founder. So very, very interesting. We're going to talk more about it with Dana Milbank of the Washington Post in a moment. Also, Alan Dershowitz will join us later in the show. So that having been said, I want you to hear something that Ivanka Trump was on CBS this morning, and they were asking her about the New York Times hit piece, my words, on Trump and women, and they actually asked her if her father was a groper.
Look, I'm not in every interaction my father has, but he's not a groper. It's not who he is. And I've known my father, obviously, my whole life, and he has total respect for women. He was promoting women in development and construction at a time when it was unheard of. There was no trend towards equality in the real estate and construction industry back in the 1980s. And he was doing it because he believes ultimately in merit.
All right, he believes ultimately in merit. Now, Donald Trump sat down with Megyn Kelly yesterday, in case you missed it. And here's one of the things that he had to say to her about how he's running and has run his entire campaign.
Absolutely. I could have done certain things differently. I could have maybe used different language in a couple of instances. But overall, I have to be very happy with the outcome. And I think if I didn't conduct myself in the way I've done it, I don't think I would have been successful, actually. If I were soft, if I were, presidential, okay, presidential. In a way, it's a bad word because there's nothing wrong with being presidential. But if I would not have fought back the way I fought back, I don't think I would have been successful.